This is Dave McCain with the Right Tree Genealogy, doing a video discussing some questions asked to me in person and in text and emails and that type of thing. I'm looking at FTDNA, and then you have the ISOGG YBrowse. ISOGG YBrowse is very handy to see where the location is of a SNP on the DNA visually. You can get the numbers, and different people have posted different information on where the centromere is, where the BigY700, a region that is considered questionable by test houses, and the Q12 arm. I'm going to go over to take a couple of the data from our previous discussion. My reference table is from my previous two videos. I'm going to take, this is the full genome sequencing numbers. I'm not going to look at those. I'm going to look at the FTDNAs too, the FT43663 and the FT46132. Let's put myself up in the upper corner here. You should come to the home page on the ISOGG Browse, International Society of Genetic Genealogy. This is the great place to go when you want to look at it visually. Here's your Y chromosome here. Now I went ahead and clicked on this button right here, the DYZ19 button. When you click that, it takes you to represent where that zone is. And basically looking at this, the defined location in the ISOGG YBrowse is 20,054,914 to 20,351,054. Different companies have found valid SNPs in this area, including FTDNA. However, not every SNP found in this area is defined, and there can be questions for those. So if you have a SNP that shows up in this area and it is listed as not displayed, then FTDNA has decided, if your test house is FTDNA, has decided that it is not a valid SNP to be displayed at this time. If they don't display it, don't worry about it at this point. Assume that they have a valid reason why it's not showing up. Another region is the centromere, and that is at 10,072,351 to 11,686,750. If your SNP that shows up is in that range, don't expect it to be given a home on the Big Y tree. Then the other one I'm going to point out here is the Y12 arm. This is an area that, again, from 26,600,001 to 57,227,415. If you have a SNP that has a defined area in that in the reads during your Big Y testing, don't expect it to ever show up as a valid location on the tree. Those are areas that will not be counted as a valid area or region for a SNP to be. Now let's just grab one from that page, FT43663. That's one of them that did not show up from my previous videos, and so let's take a look at where it shows that is. So when you look at this, that SNP shows right up dead in the centromere area, okay? Its actual number is 10,922,401. Well, since it falls in the centromere, and it even though it was given a name, a number here by FTDNA on 2021, which was for my brother-in-law's kit, it still is within that area, and it will most likely never be given a valid reference to or on the block tree because it is in the centromere. Being in the centromere, this zone right here, you're not going to likely get it called. Now, on occasion, there have been other companies call one in this area. It's more frowned upon now than it was. It's going to take a lot of effort to say that this one is a valid because it's in the centromere, and most genetic genealogists consider that area a no man's land, no place to play. Now let's go to the second one on our list here. The second one on our list is FT461132, and we type it in this block here. So we search the second one, FT461132, The second one shows up in the region defined as 19,600,001 to 23,800,000, and it is also the area where the DYZ19 appears. And as defined as of this date, and again it's an FTDNA 2021 find again for my brother-in-law's kit, it does have a primer ID for it, tells where it's at, tells it the length being basically a SNP, and what it referenced and derived to is. As of today, this particular SNP is not being defined in the haplotree. This is one I feel that has a better chance to being defined in the haplotree. So hopefully this video was useful for you, knowing that you can go to the YBrowse.org site, go to the ISOGG YBrowse. You can actually visually see where your SNP, either having the ID number or the actual given number by a company, like this case the FT461132. You could use either the address or you can use the name in this landmark or region box, hit search, and you can see where it falls. As long as your DNA SNP does not fall in one of the bad zones like the YQ12 or the centromere, then you have a lot better chance that it'll be placed on your tree. Thanks for watching this video. Consider subscribing or watching one of the videos at the top of the screen. Let's continue learning together.